Forget the tariffs, I'll just go get it myself. Grabbing the Nintendo Switch. If you ever lose your child on a Chinese beach, don't look for him, just make a new one. I always wanted to be blind, buy one get one free. Kids today, Mom, give me back my iPad. Kids in the good old days, the mines are calling and I must dig. Log off, boomer. I was on YouTube before you were born and I will still be here long after you die. Wad that up and smoke it, kiddo. Instant 1 million, or a 50% chance at 50 million. Wait, I didn't know Romeo and Juliet both died. Normalize not spoiling. Girl, you had 400 years to read it. A picture was taken right as my little sister got nailed with a snowball by my dad. You get $1 billion, but upon your death, your body will explode with the force equivalent to a nuke. Do you accept? Some dude is going to claim he lives in the wilderness and this doesn't affect him.
I live in the wilderness, so this doesn't affect me.
If Mum could have one wish come true, she would wish for a better set. Sometimes I think Disney was more inclusive when it wasn't trying so hard to be. My social media passwords. I have the password 123123Ali everywhere. You wasn't lying. You found a suitcase full of $750,000 in cash and $100 bills in a bush next to the highway. You can tell that it's been there for at least a year. How would you integrate this money into your life without raising red flags? I wouldn't make an extremely suspicious Reddit post about it. You're in the bathroom making the most beautiful things my ears have ever heard and my soul has ever felt, and I'm in the bathroom crying and pooping. You understand the purpose of a bathroom better than I do. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry for casting lightning torture at you. Are you mad at me? Whatever, man. Everybody flaked, so I brought Tony. At least Tony will appreciate it. When anyone asks my favorite weather, this is it. Okay, Toad. Who the hell decided rendezvous would be pronounced like that? You mean spelled like that? Poor monolinguals. They can't seem to understand that languages besides English exist. What did you just call me? She called you Mongolian. Dear farmers, thank you for what you do in the fields. Screw you for what you do on the roads. You should shave your beard. It would look good. Okay, try it. I take it back. Can I join? Sure, you can join. Bro, I promise we are not intimidated by this. They're just covering up the hickeys they gave each other. Fortnite? Never mind, I've got to clean my room. I realized I'm messaging like a 12-year-old. I'm a college graduate, man. Screw my life. My friends and I are making a list of what makes men feminine. Even in the fog of war, a tank is still visible. The man who killed the gorilla, waking up for the 1,000 man versus 1 T-Rex. We beat the T-Rex, easy. Hunk finally realized this is not worth it. What's the call on this cut? This dude could smoke a cigarette in the rain. My favorite thing about deep sea cams are the ridiculous number of fish just standing around on the ground or walking around. What's going on down there? I'm going to steal the sea. Now hiring closest apply inside. My grandson works at this location. Please remove the sea from the sign. Damn, Gramps. Please, I can't get over my DoorDash driver's picture. He's so serious. The Rothschilds keep paying their single mothers with crying babies to get on my flight. This is my worst nightmare. Travel isn't a matter of money, but of courage. Can you please provide me a list of airlines and hotels that accept courage as payments? That's it. I'm deploying the Gumbus. No way. Interior crocodile alligator. My biggest fear is marrying into a family that wakes up at 7 a.m. on weekends. I hate the way this girl dances. Okay, but the plot of that video was that she's just dancing weird because no one can see her. I can, and it's upsetting. Me watching my third once-in-a-lifetime event. Alexander the Great refuses water in the desert. If you read between the lines, you can tell his army started getting tired of the aura farming at one point. Went to Colorado to visit some family. Discovered a happy tree among the garden of the gods. When I cook pasta and accidentally make a serving size for a family of 600. Your ex doesn't exist. The girl you love died with the breakup. Don't dig up a grave, bury it. Do not feed hallucinogens to the geese. Closer the collapse of an empire, the crazier its laws. Fight the zombie. 9% of people. I have a spoon. Bro, I'm not picky. Also pro. 121, damn. Yeah, my state has the worst drivers. When I went to Texas last year and I went on the motorway, I felt like I was gonna die. People are crazy. Santa chasing down the single mother after her son wished for a baby brother. Discrimination like this is why I'm unemployed. Now hiring happy people. How dare they? We only accept cash. We don't want to pay taxes, you mean? Women are just as competent and capable as men. That's why it's okay to criticize them when they make poor choices. One time my sister was working at Home Depot and got called down to help handle an outrageously angry man returning a lawnmower, and it was our dad. Does your wife beat you? Sign up for our self-defense courses. This is a bit insane, I won't lie. Imagine if the roles were reversed. What your imagination saw as a kid while looking out the window on a road trip. Dog licked my fresh tattoo. Am I at risk of an infection? Engineers. Look, I know 1 + 1 is 2, but just for safety, let's say it equals 3. Scientists, what the hell are you talking about? For me, one of my biggest anticipations for GTA 6's story is how awesome it is to be in love with a woman. Something that was really cool growing up. Incredible post. They're letting anyone graduate. Okay, I think at this point this guy just just wasn't trying. When you realize mid-conversation that bro has successfully rage baited you, who would have known pickles and watermelon would be this good together? How far along are you? This is a cause I can get behind. Build the wall around my house because I hate everyone. Last night I dreamed that scientists used a really bad picture of me to prove humans are closely related to goats, and I was so insulted I woke up. The way Google has become so useless that I need to add Reddit to the end of all my searches to actually get the information I'm looking for needs to be studied, because it's a website which is so easy to access, not behind a paywall, and it's just people like you and I writing on there. I hate the idea of doing the deed. Anyone else? Who else is an absolute champion at doing the deed? First rule of family gatherings: always bring your own vehicle so you can leave whenever you want. Yogurt scientist: damn, is it just me or are these mice kind of getting hot? Yogurt makes mice slimmer, sexier. A 9-year-old Vietnamese child on my flight was watching me play Balultra and did this every 30 seconds trying to understand it. Me celebrating after she posted our engagement pictures and she starts losing followers by the minute. The ugliest version of me is the version that comes out when I play board games. I don't know who she is, but she's a monster and is not fit for human interaction. I bet it feels so good to drive a truck without the trailer. Like taking your bra off at the end of the day. So free. Bro added a fun fact. 2021 is coming to an end and it was far from being an easy year, despite my 47 goals scored across all competitions. The Sydney Sweeney effect. Can you eat soap? I'm not sure what this reference is, but it's probably something sick, like she made a soap out of her bath water. When I'm pushing 70 and my grandson says, "I'm so hungry I could eat 7 chests at Risky Reels," watch a dude carry a screaming toddler across the parking lot. He noticed me looking at him and said, "He's mine, I'm not stealing him." And then before I could reply, he added, "If I was gonna take one, it definitely wouldn't be this a-hole." I waved to a lady because I thought she waved at me. Apparently she waved to another man. So to get out of the awkward situation, I kept my hand up and a taxi pulled over and drove me to the airport. I'm now starting a new life in Germany. Hey, I'm talking smack about you to my friend. What pronouns do you prefer? Just trying to be respectful about it. Loki shouldn't be in a relationship because how do I explain to them sometimes I just don't want to talk for 2 days? You look easy to draw. How I would feel if a grape was the size of an apple. Imagine Pinocchio roasting you for 5 minutes straight and his nose hasn't moved an inch. Me, after choosing C as an answer on the test because I felt a spiritual connection to it. And sometimes it works. Today I learned if you grind a marine sponge through a sieve into salt water, it'll reorganize itself back into a sponge. It's the only animal that we know of that can do that. How many animals have we done this to? If this is carrots, it might be the thing that finally breaks me. This orange root vegetable can be a simple way to get a boost of key nutrients. It is carrots. Do you like hitting people with your car? Where would you get a ridiculous idea like that? I wonder how it feels to overhear your female co-workers' conversations. Yeah, no worries, man. You just showed everyone that you have a lot of resentments bubbling underneath, but otherwise it was a cool evening. The inner workings of a pea shooter. Holy. Yeah, that's what's inside of you, bro. Lil bro is back up as a Coke bottle. Some people get sad when it's cold. Seasonal depression. I get mad when it's hot. Seasonal aggression. Why not both? Guys, when they discover the joy in arguing over pointless stuff that doesn't matter. Skittles to remove titanium dioxide from all products sold in the US. Why did Skittles have this in the first place? What I like about hippos being the most dangerous animal in the world. They're vegetarian, not even omnivores. They don't want to eat you. They just hate you. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Are you Asian? Yup. So what kind of knees are you? Knees? Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, Koreanese, Philippinese. I'm really getting sick of all this. It gets better. BS. I'm going to have depression for the rest of my life. I'm not going to get better. Screw you. I have really great news, guys, despite it all. The 8-year gap really makes this. The thing is that it does get better. You just don't know how long it will take for it to get better. But it will get better. Trade offer. I receive rubs. You receive licks. Trade accepted. You are called a bear, but we don't classify you as a bear. What? How can you do this? This is outrageous. It's unfair. How can you be called a bear but not be a real bear? Take a seat, young marsupial. Meanwhile, in Australia, no refunds if a seagull steals your food. Please note that we do not offer refunds in the event of a seagull-related theft of food. I'm now fully convinced that Grug could take on a pure-blooded Viltrumite. This is the only Mandela effect that I've never read a good explanation for. I know what I saw. Diogenes has entered the chat. A weapon with a long metal blade and a hilt with a handguard. Used for thrusting or striking. Behold, a sword. Hilt, guard. She was close to giving up, but she couldn't have seen what would happen next. Nothing, because she isn't doing anything. Anyone know how to erase permanent marker? In 1994, Los Angeles police arrested a man for dressing like the Grim Reaper, complete with a scythe, who was standing in front of old people's homes, staring inside. Good, what the hell? This is weird. What it looks like and what it feels like. I drunkenly ordered McDonald's 4 times last night because I kept forgetting I'd ordered it. He arrived at my house before I did. Have you ordered McDonald's twice? Idiot. 3 McDonald's. Are you mental? 4 McDonald's deliveries when you think you didn't stay up that late. today, but start to hear this guy. Coworker asked how I was doing today. Yet another third party trying to harvest my data. Missed call from Chris. So Jacob just called and quit. Any chance of you working Saturday morning even though you are getting married on Sunday? How swimming would feel if we were able to use our headphones underwater. Dad, why is it called programming when we watch TV? Because they're programs. I have an announcement to make. I'm the first human. On the way to work and my wife calls. Answer the phone. It's my 5-year-old. Dad, what's your favorite turtle? Alligator snapping turtle? Okay. It's not that I'm not listening. Sometimes sentences sound like the first time around. When they keep asking stupid questions. How old are you? 18. Years? No, seconds. Wait a minute, doctor is cutting umbilical cord. Looking back at this movie, it was just the ultimate 3-man. She playing you. Used to it. Behind every remote worker, there's a cat that hasn't signed an NDA and will sell all the secrets for a pss pss pss. Most of an adult is whispering, screw this, while doing it anyway. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, suddenly the Cybertruck is growing on me for some strange reason. Please enjoy these heavily cropped photos of a friend of mine who works at a bat sanctuary, carrying bats around in her pocket. Sent my grandparents a card for their 51st anniversary and wrote, "Happy anniversary, you lovebirds." And I just got this text from my grandpa. Hi Taylor. Yes, I love birds. I feed them in the winter and put out a bird bath in the summer. Grandpa. You are driven by money and clout, and I am driven by my mum because I have 3 DUIs. Do you know basic math? Yes. Arrange these numbers in such a way that I can contact you at any time. Who's falling for this? When I found out he cheated, so I bought $30 worth of $1 instant mashed potatoes and sprinkled them in his yard in the night as it rained and watched as his yard became a potato pit. The funniest thing you can do in a TV show is a flashback for a bold character when they have full insane hair. Me watching okay, this is for a different video. Computer boys are really like, imagine a boot so big that logically we must start licking it now in case it might possibly exist someday. Over 2 million women showed their naked bodies on OF for less than $50 a month. Mewing and cutting progress. 16 in the left picture and 20 in the right. Crazy transformation. Proposes to my girlfriend on the Rayquaza coaster. I'm more interested in those animals in the background. Marto, Bender's hands. This is important. I have earth hands. My guardian angel, who I drove insane waiting outside heaven for me. My boyfriend was like, sometimes you act like Sherlock Holmes, but without the genius. Like you're always making weird observations, but they're inaccurate. 60% of diseases would vanish if everyone started eating this way. I eat exactly like this, and I have no energy, and sometimes my chest hurts really badly. Runs like it's on life support. Worst search function in history. Laggy as hell. Will crash on you at any second. Planned shutdown in 2021, averted due to a fan outcry. Only 7th gen storefront that's still up. Outlived PlayStation stars. Shout out to the PS3 store in 2025. So I got Morrowind on my phone, but all the textures in the entire game saved to my gallery. And now I got like 1,000 pictures like this. Homer could absolutely pull Lois, but Peter could never pull Marge. High as hell at the liquor store, then I see the mana potions. When you smell that smells like a smell you smelled back when you were a kid. My dad just moved into a memory care home. He played bingo for the first time today and only had 1 square left to win. The worker running the game called that square. He won and got all fired up. I saw her put the bingo ball down. It wasn't that number. She let him win. Dude, crazy new meme idea. What if we took Chill Guy and Chopped Chin and mix it and we get Chill Chin? Guy at Disney. Sir, Stitch, a small logic-defying blue alien from outer space. Needs a heterosexual romance. Disney CEO. Okay, but we gotta know she's female. Do you understand? She needs a long antenna, like long hair, mascara, smooth chest that sticks out a little more because we need to be reminded that she's still got bubbies, even though she's a tiny alien. Guy at Disney. Should we make her pink, sir? Ricky, you goddamn genius. Here are my keys. Go to my house and smash my wife. Wish I was Ricky. Did you know the made in China stickers are actually made in Korea? Thinking about the time I showed my hairdresser the haircut I want, and he said, Derek, that's the same haircut I give you. That guy is just better looking. I present to you an Apple LLE, still in use at a local U-Haul facility. My new goth girlfriend explaining her things she's into. Me realizing what I signed up for. People no longer believe working hard will lead to a better life. Made my boyfriend a little goblin. Change him back. I don't care what he's done. No one deserves this. What's a privilege you think people take for granted? Having parents who help you financially, even as an adult. How it feels to say, okay, instead of arguing. Yearning. I'm a newborn roly-poly. What do I do? Oh my god. Maybe we were once roly-polies. Roly-polies use Google? Your DNA contains millions of years worth of software updates. No man, your DNA contains millions of years of totally random bugs. Some of which don't really change anything. Some of which are really bad and annoying. Some of which miraculously make the software work better. So I'm a Bethesda game. Is it a bug or a feature? Yes. Top 5 package statuses. Package delivered. Out for delivery. Arrived at regional facility. Order shipped. Awaiting shipment. In transit. In transit's the worst. Would you eat a bowl of grapes for 200 million? If they're frozen, yeah. When you get that random sharp pain in your chest, that gets worse when you breathe. Pet cats with beds and stray cats with beds. The main villain of Toy Story 2 being a 35-year-old scalper trying to resell children's toys to the Japanese collector market just gets funnier every year. My parents were at a charity auction last night, and one of the items was dinner for 10 with Steve Carell. Steve Carell showed up undercover and outbid everyone with $31,000. Now some charity gets $31,000, and Steve Carell doesn't have to hang out with strangers. Win-win. Expectation. Americans are going to have to eat their own cheeses. Trust me, they'll crack first. You come at the king, you best not miss. Reality. The scariest part of this picture, it doesn't actually say cheese anywhere on the package. Review order. Tariff surcharge, $50. Wait, we pay the tariffs? I thought that was for the other countries. Hasn't all the tariff stuff's been changed now? I don't know. I literally don't know. Mr. Beast is putting 2 pilots in a private jet for 100 days with unlimited fuel. And if they make it, they get to keep the jet. Also guys, I bought the Nintendo Switch and it's coming soon. I am so happy I got one, but I'm also very annoyed at the price. If this yellow freak doesn't come out here soon, Sonic the Hedgehog when he needs a getaway plane ride and Tails is nowhere to be found. Body cams on cops was such a wild success. I think we should start putting them on elementary school teachers now. I think we should put them on animals if the animals will allow us to, as long as it's not cruel. Imagine putting a camera on a wild panther, the POV, or a lion. Look what happens when you ring up Land O'Lakes butter on a grocery store cash register. The eggs ring up as, lol, oh my god, eggs. When it's 2050 and your Neuralink gets hacked, so now you're forced to mine crypto for eternity as your mind starts to melt.